So there's this guy called Mr. Baldy Sensible Cats, who I think used to be called Mr. Sensible, and he made a video about me a few weeks ago. And I knew that something was up because I was getting all of these comments left on my channel from usernames I'm not familiar with, and they were all the same thing, one after another. Oh, JLB, how can you say that the pyramids are a hoax? Don't you know that they were written about by Herodotus 2,000 years ago? Or, JLB, you're a stupid head. Don't you know history? Didn't you go to school? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, where are all these comments coming from? And then I thought, one of these YouTubers, these guys who make videos defending the establishment, one of them must have made a video about me. But then I forgot about it until yesterday, when I found out that this guy had made this video about me. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to take a look at what this guy has said, and then I'll explain why he has enrolled himself once again, and then I'll give you a link in the info box below so you can go and check my research for yourself. No membership of johnthebond.com necessary. Before we get to that though, we've got a member call coming up tomorrow. Information about that is in the info box below, but we'll probably be there for hours and hours. So even though we're starting at 4 o'clock Eastern time for Americans, we'll probably still be there by 10, 11 o'clock, maybe later. Sometimes these member calls go for quite a while. Lots of fun. So information about that is in the info box below. Okay, so let's take a look at this. This guy made an 8-minute video, replying to me, debunking me, whatever. And he throws in little jokes about the Muppets or, look, I don't want to say anything critical of this guy, but you go and take a look at his response video for yourself and you'll see that we're not exactly dealing with scientism's best and brightest here. But anyhow, here's the section that's important. Let's take a look at this.
It's an amusement park that pretends that it's thousands of years old, but it has the same effect. People pay their money, they go, they spend, they take their photos, they have the stories to tell, they get back home. People are like, oh, how was Egypt? Oh, it was amazing. I got to see the pyramids. I got to ride a camel. Same thing as going to Disneyland and seeing Mickey Mouse and riding on a roller coaster. Same thing.
So it would appear to John Le Bon that Walt Disney is nothing more than a Johnny-come-lately just trying to cash in, because the pyramids of Egypt were mentioned by a Greek historian called Herodotus 500 years before Christ.
Oh, so my theory that the pyramids are only a couple hundred years old, that can't be true because Herodotus wrote about them thousands of years ago, which seems like a good way to debunk what I'm saying. Except, how do we know what Herodotus said thousands of years ago? Has anybody taken the time to check? Well, as a matter of fact, one person in the entire frickin' world has done that. And it took him days and days and days to do the research to track the sources. What are the primary sources for this Herodotus guy? And guess what? That guy was me. So if you go and take a look in the info box below, you'll find a link to this. It is an article that I wrote back in 2017, where I explain why I say that this guy Herodotus is another hoax, another recent fabrication. And I know that sounds crazy. Just hear me out. Go and take a look. It's all there. This is a multi-thousand word article where I go through the official, what is the official story, what's their evidence? And I come to the conclusion that this guy, he was only written to the story a couple hundred years ago. So to say that, oh no, the pyramids must be thousands of years old because this guy's thousands of years old. Yeah, maybe he is, but have you checked where the stories for this guy come from? Well, I have. And it led me to the conclusion, this guy is only a couple hundred years old. So you can go and check that out, link in the info box below. And the clip that you just heard where I was talking about the pyramids, which this guy was replying to, you can see the full interview, you can hear the full interview, also available entirely for free. No need to sign up to johnthebond.com. You can listen to this right now as it is in both video and audio format. And I explain not just the pyramids, but pretty much everything that you think is ancient, why I used to believe that, and why I no longer do. Now, as for this guy, I've got a lot of things I could say about him, but I'll say this. He has built up an audience of his fellow midwits who believe whatever the official story is, and they obviously like what he does. He gets 10,000 views, 1,000 thumbs up for his response videos. He's got a Patreon where he apparently has 70 patrons who pay him money to make these videos. He's got a support page, probably people give him donations and stuff. So if he can sit there and make an 8-minute video and debunk crazy people like me, he's debunked us, and he can make money doing that and his audience likes it, well, fair play to him. Like, good on him. It's, as long as he's happy, that's the most important thing. So good luck to the guy. But anyway, check those links in the info box below. We've got a member call coming tomorrow, like I said. This article explaining why Herodotus is a hoax, and this interview where I explain why the pyramids and so much more are hoaxes as well. Have a lovely day. Check those links in the info box below, and I'll see some of you for the member call tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.
It wasn't a tent. It was this magnificent thing.
How dare you!